Hello, my name is Stuart, and this is behind the scenes for the bottom pair.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to let you know you've been struck. Boss Daddy, come on, Boss Daddy, come on. It's me, I'm safe to go on.
Yes, Al. Well, wait, is the sound coming on that? No,
Yeah.
it's not even plugged in.
No,
it's not. Is it? Oh, fuck me, I'm stupid. Is it rolling?
Yep.
Fuck.
That's right.
So when is mine delivered? Yeah, we'll go.
I'm that little dark horse coming for you. You better start looking at your shoes. If you trip, you know you're gonna lose. Ha! What you gonna say to that?
I first approached Stuart to, start with making a film for this for this competition, to make a short film for it. Funny enough, the next night Stuart calls me. It's like, I got the perfect idea for it.
So I wrote the script in one night, and I didn't really think of what meaning it had. I was looking at the online submissions already to see what they've done and what other people have done. For me, I don't really write 5-minute scripts. I'm more to do with feature films and TV shows and stuff like that. Writing 40 pages to 100 pages, 120 pages.
I was like, I've only given him a night to actually think about it. And basically, he pitched out this idea, and I thought, wow, it's actually pretty good, and it actually would be worthwhile making. Then, through a couple of days after that, he started refining the story a bit more, and we started to get a bit of a theme into it. So, Stuart, I know he's a bit of a gambler himself, so he wanted them to go along the lines of a theme of, poker. So he called it the bottom pair.
It all comes down to the project. That's the first thing that we gotta write, and the first thing that we all gotta do is make sure if the project, if the script is alright for 5 minutes. How can you write a 5-minute script that can pull the audience in and engage with the story, the visuals that'll come second, the editing process, the music and everything like that. We have to do it all of ourselves.
Which, being cleverly written, you can actually tell with some of the audio, the dialogue, I have to say, the way it was scripted, you can just tell, a couple of things that he's gotten in there, and it's pretty perfect, I have to say.
I called it the bottom pair because when you actually listen to the dialogue of the short film, you'll notice that it could also be a part of, it could be the dialogue of a poker film. Start off with a bang. First gentle, ramp it up, settle it down a little bit, so it stays up here for a little bit, and then when he's talking about the dialogue, it goes down like a waveform, up and down, up and down, up and down. Pre-production, we had everything planned out. We looked at photos of where we wanted to get the lobby scenes and where we wanted to shoot the main scene and everything like that. We had every single scene has actually been replaced with what you've seen already. We never had, we used a restaurant, a cafe/restaurant upstairs on the second floor, called University Cafe in Melbourne.
We wish that we could film it. It was the RØDE mansion. I mean, we had a look for the day, we drove down there, and the staff were, they were nice, they were cooperative, they let us actually walk around the venue. We took some test footage there, what they had to offer, and we were excited, needless to say, excited to actually, have the opportunity to film there.
I never ever let myself be limited to what I can get, especially for free. I gotta make sure I can, you can always try and get something for free. You can always, or make a trade. So, we first went to RØDE mansion, and we see if we can have it in just a meeting with the manager. And everything was sort of good for the start until the 2 weeks later. So remember, we were 4 weeks behind.
Things dragged on. Time was a bit of constraint. We get a call 2 weeks later that they didn't like the way that our scripts would portray the actual venue. Believe it or not, it was 4 or 5 days before shooting. And we had to make that executive decision to try and find, well, the location for that lobby scene. We wanted it confirmed and down pat.
One of our good friends, Axel Gunn, he got us a contact with this lady named Ross, and she owns a stable full of horses and stuff, and she was kind enough to let us use the barn, the big, huge, it's the equestrian event barn, and we decided to film in the middle of it, put the chair there, the lighting, everything like that. They had the big, huge door that we get to open and everything like that with the lighting, with perfect lighting coming from the car. It was a perfect location.
Stuart's face lit up. As soon as he saw that door, it's exactly what he pictured. And you know what? It's exactly what I saw too. You know, that scene when you see Max just, fly open the door, the sliding door. That's like, you can't get any better than that opening shot for it.
Yeah, 12 hours before shooting, my actress pulls out. My main actress pulls out because she got sick.
We get a call from the lead actress in the actual film. And surprisingly enough, she took a video of herself where she caught a cold and she could not talk. And our faces were like, what are we going to do now?
So, how the hell can you get another actress to learn the script and after those weeks of preparation or rehearsals, how can you just find another one? Well, lucky enough we did.
Godsend, one of the extras that was actually coming on the day was, well, Stuart has previously worked with her before and they went to school together, so that slot she slotted in perfectly. And I don't know what we could have done if we didn't, split decisions to actually get her in. I can't even imagine what we would have done, to tell you the truth. Extras started showing up. We started setting up the shot, so everything started to go as planned. One of the crew members, which was supposed to be the cinematographer, he had complications with his car. So he could not show up to the shoot, so we were a man down. And that was one of the things I was a bit worried about, having such a short crew. I wouldn't have minded having at least 1 or 2 more crew members, but being short crew as we had to manage what we had. But we did it. We did all right. So wasn't hard at all. I took it upon myself. Stuart said that I have to do the camera work, so I took the camera in, started setting up the shots, and it all went uphill from there. So we started to get everything rolling. The opening shot was on a dolly, which is one that we constructed ourselves, which consisted of PVC piping plus rails that we built ourselves.
So after that, we went to the car park and filmed the car park scene, which only really took about under an hour. We had one extra come over, and we got that over done with. Then we moved over to the horse stable, and that's when the night took longer. I knew it was going to take longer because we were filming all of our main scenes. The editing process is actually where I do most of my magic. The raw footage always looks great. Every time I'm reviewing the footage, I'm not just reviewing what it looks like raw. Reviewing up in here and what it's gonna look like. The black and white, the shots and everything like that, the pacing and everything. We got to make sure that's all correct and dandy.
We did a 5-minute short in one day, with 5 hours of sleep, lack of crew, and no production booklet, and basically, minimal rehearsals with the replacing actress. I'd say we did a top job, and hopefully, you guys liked the film. I liked making it. I know Stuart liked, writing it, and not much more can be said. I'm just hoping that, people just take the advice, the experience. I mean, if you want to work with us, see how we are, shoot us through an email as well. We're happy to bring, newcomers on board. It's just the way we work. I mean, it's different. Hopefully, maybe some, people actually will take it on board. But overall, I hope everyone enjoys the actual film.